If you're looking for some inspiration as to how to respond when your fellow citizens are being persecuted, look no further than Joan Trumpauer Mulholland, the last living member of the Freedom Riders. Born in 1941 and raised in Virginia, Joan was the great-granddaughter of slave owners who lived in Georgia. The summer she was 10, she visited her family there, and her and her girlfriend decided to walk through the black section of town to see what it was like. As they walked through the town, she noticed all the residents went into their houses and locked their doors. This was the first incident Joan remembers noticing that blacks were afraid of whites. She attended Sunday school and learned to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. She realized this was the opposite of the hatred surrounding her and the racism her parents espoused. It was then she decided that if she could ever do anything to change the world, she would do it. Joan attended Duke University for a year before dropping out in search of greater meaning in her life. She participated in her first of many sit-ins in 1960. Her activism as a Southern white woman was branded as a mental illness, and she was admitted for psychological testing after her first arrest. It was in the summer of 1961 that whites partnered with blacks to challenge segregation in the public transportation system, and this gave birth to what became known as the Freedom Riders. They rode together in buses, which were often set on fire, and as they ran to escape the flames, local townspeople would beat them. They were often jailed and even put on death row for 2 months. Joan participated in the 1963 sit-ins at Woolworth's in Jackson, Mississippi. The protesters were beaten, berated, and smeared with condiments. In August of that year, she attended the March on Washington. Due to her activism, she was hunted by the KKK and her family disowned her, with her mother stating that she believed she had been sucked up into a cult. Upon her retirement, Joan founded the Joan Trumpauer Mulholland Foundation, which continues the activism work she has dedicated her life to. At 83 years old, Joan thought she was through with protesting. But current events spurred her to once again walk the line with fellow activists, as she was seen recently at a protest, wearing a t-shirt displaying an image of her mugshot from her arrest in 1961. Joan Trumpauer Mulholland is an awe-inspiring example of what the human spirit is capable of when one decides that they will no longer obey and conform, but will choose to stand up for the rights of themselves and their fellow citizens.